it's, you know, about the same. Anything specific? I'm sorry, though. I didn't mean to cut you off.
There was another guy we can't talk about. I'm not asking about specifically, but another one recruit decided to leave, and also mentioned specifically that you were targeting other recruits who had already committed to ask him for visits, and he felt, in other words, that maybe you could hypocritical policy and mention that on Twitter. Do you have any additional thoughts on what you said before about this policy and chances to change it?
No, nothing really new. I mean, we'll talk about it, review when the season gets over and all that type of thing. But I think we're pretty set in what we're doing, how we're doing it. And you know, there was a young guy, Carter Hill, from one of the Naperville schools, committed to Texas December 1st, whatever year it was, like 1983. He was the guy I had my sights set on, my heart set on, all that stuff. And I remember walking out of the school that day, blown away, and Carl Jackson said, better to find out now than February. And I didn't know what the heck he was talking about, but it, you know, it took me a couple of weeks. I figured it out. So, you know, back then I kind of learned about recruiting, the way it works. And, you know, there's no guarantees until signing day. That's something I think we all realize. So, you know, we'll just play every case individually. And, you know, I think just from my standpoint, looking at the big picture, you know, we're going to have ups and downs. We'll have guys commit, decommit. We'll have guys commit. And typically we have a pretty good feel, I think, of who's in what category. Every now and then you get a surprise. So, you know, it's just the way it goes. But I'm not getting, it's not as big of a, it's really important to all of us. I mean, it's our lifeline. You know, I mean, you got to have a recruit to be successful. I get that. What's really important is identifying and finding players that really are going to fit here in our program and thrive in our environment. And you know, it's not for everybody. I get that. And you know, ultimately, that's what we have to do. And you know, I encourage all recruits to do the same thing. If you're not sure, you know, look around because you know, we try to be straight up front about who we are, what we are, and how we do things. One thing, you know, you can't promise too much other than opportunity. This is my 18th year here, okay, so I promise you I'm not searching for my identity anymore, all that stuff. You know, I've been through that. You know, I think we know who we are, what we want to be, and, you know, we'll tweak things here and there, you know, adjust with the times. But basically, we have a good feel about what we're trying to do, and, you know, we'll just try to keep identifying guys that are going to come in here and thrive, and, you know, whether it's at Josie Jewell or, you know, whomever it may be, find the right guys that are going to be here. And, yeah, I think the nice thing about it's kind of like preseason camp over 28 practices, 29 practices, you start to get a feel what a player looks like, and over a couple months of recruiting too, same thing happens where, you know, I think guys end up in the seats for the most part, end up seats where they belong, and you know, I'm confident at the end of the day, by February, whatever it is, signing day, we'll have, you know, the right 20, 22 guys here, and hopefully the guys that are out looking find the places. Most importantly, they find the places that are best for them, because that's really what it's all about for every individual. Find the best place for you to be. What's the best school, the best program to be in, where you can thrive and really be happy. And you know, it's like everything. I mean, you know, some people like blue cars, other people like, you know, green cars, you know, whatever. So it makes the world go round.
You guys have had the no visit policy as long as I can remember. Do you remember this much backlash toward it before?
Well, yeah, I mean, this recruiting has just gotten so heightened, you know, and at the end of the day, those recruiting rankings really don't mean crap. I mean, with all due respect, the only rankings that count are the ones in January. And it's kind of like winning games, whether you know, 500 yards offense or 150. If you win, it's a great game, you know. I mean, as a head coach, I can say that. You know, offense, defense, I don't care. As long as we win, we're all happy, and then we'll find a way to fix or address whatever we have to. So, you know, recruiting's an industry now. There's always been interest in it, but now it's just an industry, just like the draft. And, you know, I mean, the ridiculous grades they give on drafts, things like that, by people that really don't know, you know, the systems these players are going to and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I mean, it's entertaining. I'm not knocking it. It's entertaining, but it's, you know, you just, if you want to be successful, you really have to have an idea of what it is you want to do and who you're going to be, and then hopefully you get enough guys that are going to join the program, they're going to fit that thing, and then you can move forward.